Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So today we actually have, and I mean actually have, it's not a rumour video, it's not a friggin' fixture list reveal video, we actually have a Sunderland signing to discuss. Now do excuse me if I sound a little bit under the weather, a bit croaky, because I've basically been drinking ever since the England game. And we've got it all again to do this weekend as well, haven't we? I feel gross. I feel utterly disgusted. But either way, Sunderland have made their first signing, which has put a really good smile on my face. I needed it, honestly, with the way that I feel. So Sunderland have signed Alex Pritchard. So this is a signing that I have spoke about and alluded to over the last couple of videos, only briefly, because of course it was only a rumour at the time. But he has now officially signed a 2-year deal. Now, before I give you my thoughts on it, we will have a quick read through the Sunderland statement. So they go on to say, Sunderland AFC have completed the signing of Alex Pritchard. The 28-year-old has signed a 2-year deal at the Stadium of Light and becomes the club's first new signing ahead of the 2021-22 campaign. Pritchard moved to Wearside following a 3.5-year spell at Huddersfield Town, during which he made 44 Premier League appearances. Born in Essex, the attacking midfielder started his professional career with Tottenham Hotspur and made his top-flight debut for the London-based club on the final day of the 2013-14 season. Pritchard also enjoyed a batch of highly successful loan spells during his time at White Hart Lane, featuring for Peterborough, Swindon, Brentford and West Bromwich Albion. After being named in the 2014-15 PFA Championship Team of the Year following his exploits at Griffin Park, a brief spell the Hawthorns preceded a permanent move to Norwich City. Pritchard scored 7 goals in 38 Sky Bet Championship appearances for the Canaries before ending an 18-month tenure at Carrow Road and sealing a Premier League return with Huddersfield Town in January 2017. Capped 9 times at England under-21 level, Pritchard said, "It's great to be here and it's another good opportunity for me on the football road, so I'm ready to get going. There were other offers out there, but it's crucial for me to be with a head coach that knows me as a player and as a person and has a playing style that suits me. The club speaks for itself. You see the stadium, the training ground, the fans, and I just think this could be a great fit." Lee Johnson added, "We are absolutely delighted to bring in a player of Alex's pedigree because it's not often that you get the opportunity to sign a player of this quality in League One. It's our job to wrap around him to make sure he can be the best he can possibly be, but he's made a lot of sacrifices to come to Sunderland, and I think that shows a great desire to play for the fans, for me, and for the club." So that was the statement from the club, and as I've already, as I mentioned in previous videos, I very, very much like Alex Pritchard as a player. What worries me, though, is his injury problems, and it speaks for itself there on the statement, which is quite worrying. 44 appearances in 3.5 years. That's what, on average, about 11, 12, 13 maybe, appearances a year, which is very, very poor and very worrying. I actually read a report the other day regarding Alex Pritchard. I think it was a Norwich fan on Roker Report, potentially. I can't remember. But either way, they were basically just discussing what injury problem he had. And I believe it was something along the lines of a cyst that's behind the knee. I don't know whether that gets removed. I'm obviously not medically trained. I don't know how it works. But apparently he has had this cyst on the back of his knee for a long, long time. But only in recent years has it actually started to sort of come to fruition and become a nuisance and be very, very painful, which I can imagine being very painful. But hopefully that is behind him. And we've got a fully fit Alex Pritchard because, like I've said, and like Lee Johnson has mentioned there as well, it's very, and I mean very rare that you get the opportunity to sign a player of Pritchard's potential quality anyway in League One. It's stupid. It is almost stupid, and as it says there as well in the statement, he's had opportunities and will have definitely had a host of clubs, I can imagine, after his signature in the Championship at least. So to come to League One, he must have been very, very impressed, not only with, of course, the calibre of the club, which it shows that we do still have the capability of having a law and a pull to players who aren't generally known as League One players. We still do have that pull as a club, even though we are in League One, which is obviously a great thing to see. But it's a bit like Haydn McGeady. You just don't usually see those kind of players associated with League One. But Pritchard, if we can keep him fit, and like I keep going and referring back to the statement, but Lee Johnson obviously said we need to wrap around him, which literally means, make sure he doesn't get injured, don't hurt him, essentially. We need to look after him. That's what the medical staff are paid for. We need to really keep him fit, look after him. And if he does stay fit, he could absolutely rinse this league. He really, really could. I think he's that good when he's on form and when he's happy where he is. He obviously, apparently, wasn't too happy at Huddersfield. Huddersfield fans turned against him, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, I don't know the story, but I've seen it on Twitter a lot. There's quite a lot of animosity towards him from some, or at least a section of Huddersfield fans, calling him a fraud and this, that and the other, which I suppose you do get frustrated when you've got a player who should be able to do, something on the pitch or be able to bring something to the pitch, but he's injured all the time. That is very, very frustrating. As Sunderland fans, we know this. It's happened countless times, so hopefully we can keep him fit, and he could be one of the best players in the league, one of them. Of course, at the minute, I think Haydn Potts is right up there, and I'm going to say I'm a Sunderland fan, but he has got obviously a hell of a lot of quality. But Pritchard, on his day, all he needs to do is go on YouTube and have a look through what he used to be like before his injury, and hopefully we can obviously bring him back to his best. But you can see that potential is there. He has the ability to unlock defences. His technical ability can be sublime at times. He likes to shoot from distance and get at defenders. He's tenacious. He presses really well from the front, and that's exactly the kind of player we need. And hopefully now this does start the sort of trickle of more players coming in. And I think this kind of signing, this calibre of signing, could actually make players who were maybe on the fence who might be talking to the club, they might be on the fence thinking, should I go, should I don't know what they're doing this season, what kind of players can Sunderland bring in, and when they see the likes of Pritchard, they might think, actually no, they're going somewhere this season, and we might be able to pull certain players off the fence and bring them to the club. You never know anyway, but hopefully, like I say, this is the start of players starting to come in, because we desperately need it. I'm saying it every single video now, I'm just repeating myself over and over again. Every club in this league so far have made, minimum like 3-4 signings. I think there's only 1 or 2 who haven't, but most teams are getting like 3, 4, 5 signings through the door. Wigan have had 8 or 9, whatever it is. So we need to get a move on. And, Lee Johnson has said that he doesn't want us to panic buy, which is what I agree with. But the longer it goes, you're almost forcing yourself into that and that alone, just panic buying if you take too long with it. But hopefully, like I say, we do get some more signings very, very soon. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with that signing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.